Hey guys, what is up? Hope you guys are having a great day. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I will be playing course number 3 at PAAKO Ridge Golf Course in Sandia Park, New Mexico. And I played this on my way out to North Carolina, and this is the number 1 course in New Mexico. There are actually 3 9s here. Like I said before, this is course number 3, and the back 9, which is in a different video, is course number 1. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's get started. So the first hole is a par 5, and I will say I did not warm up well. So that was a good tee shot. Second shot, 270. I'm just hitting 8-iron, trying to lay it up. This course sits at about an elevation of right about 6,000, 6,500, somewhere in there. So I was trying to get used to the elevation, so didn't quite know what club to hit there. So I hit an 8-iron, and I didn't catch it as well as I wanted to. But that ball flew off the face because he had 270 and I only have 64 yards. So just pulled this one into the left rough, trying to chip this one on. Made a good swing, just kind of came out a little softer than I thought it would. Once again, just didn't quite know how the elevation was going to affect my shot. So I have about a 30-footer here for birdie. And as you can see in the left-hand corner, I am playing with 2 members of this course. So thank you to them for offering a lot of tips and stuff about this course and just making this round even more enjoyable. So like I was saying before, this is the number 1 course in New Mexico, and it really is a super cool course. If you guys are ever in the area, I'd highly recommend you guys go play this course. It's a little on the expensive side, but I feel like it's totally worth it. Second hole now, 435 yards. You see it says hole 20. So actually on the scorecard, course 3 is holes 19 through 27. So if you guys are a little confused why the first hole said hole 19 and this hole said hole 20, that is why. So they were redoing the tee boxes here, so I couldn't quite go as far back as I wanted to. You can see this tee box is pretty dry because they're getting ready to tear it out. So I was playing a touch shorter than the actual yardage, but I did hit a pretty good 2-on there. Got it into the right side of the fairway. And I have 186 yards uphill. I'm thinking this is going to play about 190, so I'm trying to take a smooth 7-iron and really put this one just on the center of the green. And I hit this really well. You can see I'm watching it club twirling, and yeah, this ball flew the green by probably a good 20 yards. And you'll see in a second where this ball ended up. I could not believe how far this ball went. So yeah, you can see that's where my ball ended up, and you can kind of see the flag there just to my right. So just trying to hack this one out, and yeah, did all I could. There was no chance I was getting that ball to stop anywhere close to the pin. So took my medicine and kind of just got it out onto the green. That ball was actually still rolling. That's why I'm still having the camera going, but sometimes that's going to happen, and especially when you don't quite know the elevation, stuff like that will happen. So we'll go long par putt here. These greens, depending on which way you're putting, are really quick, and even putting uphill, they were still pretty quick. So didn't warm up the best on the range or putting. So still trying to get used to these greens, and yeah, you can see I left that one quite a bit short, which is not good. So I will go ahead and put a mark on this one. I think I left this in just so I can talk to you guys about this course, but I'm going to talk about something else. So like I was saying before, I was playing this on a road trip out to North Carolina for school. This was my first of 2 rounds. So in a couple of days, I will be releasing the video for the back 9, and then after that, the second round of golf I played, which I think you guys will really enjoy that video. I don't want to give it away, but I think you guys will really enjoy it. So here's my putt for bogey. Just dropped that one in the right edge. So kind of limited the damage there. Definitely could have been worse after that second shot, but anyway. And third hole, if you guys are wondering why that first bit was sped up, So for some reason on my camera, it was in slow motion, so I had to do a little bit of editing. Everything is all good now, except for the very beginning and very end of each clip for the next couple holes. So that's why everything is really sped up. But what can I do now? I don't even know what happened with the camera, but anyway, hit a good tee shot there, just missed it into this right rough. And this rough was thick. 126 yards, I'm hitting a 54 degree, playing for a flyer, and it just came out dead. So really unfortunate there. Did come up a little short in the bunker. And this was the one bad thing about this course. You'll see in a second when I get to my ball. There was not much sand in these bunkers, and I did not expect that. So you can see just walking up here, didn't really dig my feet in, which probably didn't help too much, but was able to splash this one out pretty well. Unfortunately, it did check up a little quicker than I thought it would, so I still have about an 8-footer here for my par. And this putt has a lot of break left or right to left. You're going to see I play this ball pretty far right and just snaps left. So another bogey there. A little unfortunate. After not a bad drive, kind of mess it up after that. So here we go, third hole, 222 yards. And yes, that is right, I'm hitting a 9-iron. This hole was playing at least 3 clubs downhill, then adding the elevation. So yeah, I hit this one pretty well. Unfortunately, I still didn't quite know the elevation. This ball did come up just a touch short of the green. Not a terrible shot, it was a good place to miss, rather be short than long. So just trying to pitch this one close. And I caught it pretty well, and this ball actually just landed about a foot short of my intended landing area and just kind of stopped dead where it landed. So still got about a 6 or 7 footer here for my par. Really trying to just roll this one on a good line and hope it goes in. And you can see I put on a good line and leave it short. So definitely didn't capitalize on that hole. Now we have a 628 yard par 5 up a hill. So this was really the first true test for a par 5 of the day. Only thing nice though was with the elevation, it wasn't quite playing as long. So here we go. Yeah, and I gave that one a rip. This very narrowed right where I was going to carry my driver, but with it being a par 5, I knew I can kind of just go after one. Second shot here, 315 yards. Trying to take it just over that right bunker and just try to put myself in a good position. And yep, you saw that right. That was a dead cold shank. And yeah, definitely did not want to do that. So now third shot, still have 230 yards. And yes, I'm hitting the same club, 5-iron. But this time, I'm taking it right at that pin and trying to put something as close as I can. And I ripped that 5-iron. That was probably one of the best swings I had all day. And you guys will see where this ball ends up in just a second, but it was probably one of my best shots of the day. That ball ended up staying on the green. So now I have a 30-footer for my birdie. And after that shank, I'm just thankful to be on the green in 3 with any opportunity at birdie, let alone a somewhat makeable putt. And I just underread this putt, but put it pretty close, so I will go ahead and tap in for my par to stay at +3. And especially after that second shot, a par on this hole is not a bad score. So now we move on to, I think, the 24th hole, which I'm not good at math, so I don't know what hole this was for me on the day. I think it was the 6th hole, if I had to guess. So par 3 down the hill, 200 yards. I'm hitting an 8-iron, and you could just see the back edge of the green. And caught this one just a little heavy and kind of stayed outright. The wind was starting to pick up now, so that didn't help with trying to get that ball to work its way back to the lefty end of the green. So I did miss just a touch right. So 15 yards. This wasn't a terrible spot to miss. Had a lot of green to work with. So I'm just trying to play a bump and run and get it close. Pulled it just a bit, but it did break back left, and that ended up about a foot away. Didn't get it on video, but I did tap it for my par. Now onto the 25th hole, or the 7th hole of the day. 567 yards. And once again, with this altitude, I felt comfortable ripping a driver. And I felt like if I hit a good driver, I have a good chance of getting there in two. And yeah, first bad driver swing of the day. Pulled this one left, and there are some trees over there. So that is not a place you want to end up. So was a little concerned about where that ball ended up. But we did end up finding this ball. As you can see, it is right by the bushes. Have 270 yards in. So definitely not going for it now. Just trying to hit a 7-iron and chip it back out to the fairway. And I pulled this just a little bit. And there's water up there on the left. So definitely not the shot you want to hit when you have water on the left. Although I'm definitely thankful that I did aim far enough right to begin with. Because this ball did stay in the left center of the fairway. So pretty happy with that. Just wasn't a great lie for that shot, but still in the fairway. And you can see a view of this hole. First bit of water on this course, so very cool to see. Third shot, 88 yards, and a 58 degree. And this is something I really gotta get better at, especially now I'm playing more golf in different places. Gotta deal with elevation better. 90 yards is usually a perfect number for me where I'm from in California. But at a higher elevation, this ball took off and flew the pin by a good 35 feet. Luckily, it did have some spin, but it ended up on the wrong side of the ridge. So you can't really see the flag where it is, but I'll let you know, I'm aiming almost 90 degrees left of this hole. Just trying to trickle it over this hill. And you'll see in a second, just by my reaction, this ball is about just over an inch away from going in. So, not too upset with the par there. It was a really good putt, so tapping in for my par on a par 5 is never bad. Staying at +3. So now moving on to the 17th hole. Or, sorry, the 17th hole. The 8th hole, which you guys will see in a second, is probably one of the most difficult holes on the course number 3. Yeah, 262-yard par 3. Thankfully, it is downhill, so I was able to hit a 5-iron at this. And this pin was back right. Super hard position to get to. So, just trying to put a good swing on it. And I really did. This ball was tracking at the pin. It was really hard to see this ball. We actually couldn't see it from the tee box, so it was kind of a guessing game on where it ended up. But it did look like it was heading right at the pin. So that's what we had going for us there. And you can see, there's the tee box. There's my ball, and there's the pin. That's probably one of the best shots I've hit on a par 3 in a long time. So, just got about 15 feet here for my birdie. Trying to roll one in and get one back after 3 bogeys on the front 9. So here we go. And like I said, 15 feet for birdie. And I just misread this one. I did not see it breaking right. But par's never bad. A little disappointed after that tee shot. But once again, 262-yard par 3. Par's never bad. So now on to the final hole for this video. 496-yard par 4. Downhill, slight dogleg right. And driver was not the best play here. But I was feeling confident with it, so I decided to try to rip a driver. And I murdered this ball. Absolutely perfect. Right on the line I wanted, over the right bunker. Like I said, it was really hard to see the ball, especially going in this direction. So, we get up there, we found the ball just over the bunker in the right rough. And I got 144 yards, and a 50 degree. And I have learned from my mistakes early in the round. I'm playing for a flyer and the elevation. This was also a touch downhill. So, tried to play for that and played it pretty well. Hit a pretty good shot here. Right at the pin, you guys will see in just a second where the spot ended up. Just about 8 feet for my birdie. Still looking to roll a putt in. Haven't really been able to make a putt all day. So here we go. Putt for birdie on 9. Rolled it well and just didn't break like I thought it would. So I'll go ahead and tap that one in for my par. As a 3 over 39 on the front 9. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you next time.